What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this one, we have the Bhagavad Gita explained in 10 minutes. I'm very excited to jump into this. When I first started this channel in the beginning, I was learning more about Hinduism, learning about Bhagavad Gita and everything, learning about the religion, but I kind of stopped and we started getting into more news, which it's awesome to find out all the incredible things about India that I found out. Um, I want to come back to this Bhagavad Gita and learn more about Hinduism. I'm 100% steadfast in my faith in Christianity. I believe in Jesus Christ that He died on the cross for me. But that's not me trying to say my beliefs are right and everybody else's are wrong. Those are my beliefs. That's my relationship with Jesus. But I want to learn like more about Hinduism. I want to learn more about the Bhagavad Gita, and what it teaches and everything. And so here we are with another reaction. Before we jump in, if you guys happen to enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to support the channel by becoming a member, all you gotta do is hit that join button to receive the exclusive benefits. I'm so sorry. I started the video without my layout. It is fixed. But without further ado, let's dive right in.
So about spirituality again, what are like three profound spiritual experiences that you yourself have had? Because if someone's thinking about a spiritual journey like meditation, like encountering say ghosts or even that's an aspect of spirituality. Have you had any larger than life experiences in your own life?
I don't think I count on those, to be very honest.
Okay.
To me, spirituality is about how it transforms my living,
Your daily life.
my daily life, my perspectives, my worldview, my outlook towards relationships, my outlook towards the work I do. How does
I love this guy already. I love this guy. I completely agree with him. Completely agree with him. Because all my life, I knew God. And I said I believed in Him. But I still lived a certain way. It wasn't until about a month ago that I truly accepted Him into my heart. And every category of my life started to change. I started seeing things completely different. Music that I listened to before didn't sound as good. Movies and TV shows that I watched before weren't as entertaining. Like so much in my life. Like so many thoughts I had before that were more selfish started completely shifting and changing. And I like this guy. I really, in this 39 seconds, I already love the guy. Okay, let's continue.
transform that? That experience is more to me than some
Supernatural.
natural or some occult kind of experiences.
Agreed.
Not to say that you don't have them, but I
Yeah.
don't count on them too much.
Got it.
For
Okay.
me, spirituality is a life transforming journey than some occult or supernatural experiences.
Got it. So like when someone's talking to you, personally, and this is because I'm a podcaster, my job is to dive deep into people's minds.
Sure.
I just feel like you have too much perspective, and I am dead sure that that's a result of a lot of reading. I'm sure you've had spiritual learnings at the monastery, but I'm dead sure that a lot of those perspectives have come straight out of not just holy books, but all kinds of books. But in saying that, let's talk about holy books. Have you read the Bhagavad Gita?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
And so, like, could you break down the Bhagavad Gita for the youth? Like, what's in that book? Why do people say that you open any page of it and you'll get your answer? Why do people say things like that?
Sure. I think the first thing to know is let's remove the religion aspect from the Bhagavad Gita totally. Bhagavad Gita is not a religious book. It is a book which gives you the way to live. Right? And the setting for the Bhagavad Gita is the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the Mahabharata, where Arjun's confused, right? And Krishna becomes his mentor and gives him guidance in a way that he can now start doing what he's meant to do right. So every young man or lady is going to have confusions. Every young person is going to have those dilemmas. To do or not to do, to be or not to be. That's exactly how the Gita begins. It begins with confusion. It begins with dilemmas. It begins with a lack of meaning, right? And then Krishna kind of guides Arjun through and empowers Arjun to make his own choices. Krishna only acts as a facilitator,
Yeah.
right? And empowers Arjuna to understand that he is way too more powerful than the people he's going to face in the battle. It's something like the Lion King, right? In the Lion King, you have Simba,
Yeah.
but Simba in company with Timon and who's the other fellow?
Timon and Pumbaa.
Pumbaa
Yeah.
and Timon,
Yeah.
kind of starts identifying himself to be like one of them.
What the?
Himself to be like one of them. And then you have this
Rafiki.
That's right, Rafiki, coming to remind him and calls for his father, and his father comes and tells him that you are way more powerful than Scar. Correct? So we need every young man and lady needs to understand that they are way more powerful than what they are going through at the moment. Their confusions are smaller than them. Their challenges are smaller than them. Their problems are smaller than them. Their heartbreaks, as painful as they are, but are still smaller than them. And they have the capacity to overcome those pains that they're going through. So I think that's precisely where books like the Gita help a lot, because they build in you that sense of confidence
And strength.
and strength, fortitude, that I have the power as a spiritual being to overcome everything that's going on.
Love this. I love this. I love this. Yes, yes. He said, Rafiki got his father. Maybe you want to go watch the Lion King. You are more powerful than you think you are. You're more powerful than Scar. There's so many times we get in situations and circumstances where we're afraid, where we're scared, where we doubt ourselves. If we just knew what we were capable of, if we only could understand. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Keep going.
In my life, and I have the power to be able to make the difference and that impact, because I am a spiritual being.
Can you reference like 3 big lessons from the Bhagavad Gita that stayed with you specifically?
Yes. One of the lessons that stayed with me from the Gita is a particular text from the second chapter of the Gita, which talks about the summer and the winter season, right? And this particular text says that the summer and the winter season keeps coming and going every year. Seasons change. And just because the seasons
Sun's starting to wake up, guys.
change, we never stop performing our duties. Let's say, for example, it's Chicago and the temperatures are minus 27 degrees Celsius. People don't stop their work still. Let's say
Nah.
it's Delhi, it's 43 degrees Celsius. People are still on and going on with their regular
Yeah.
life with a few adjustments here and there, obviously. So, this text of the Gita, chapter 2, tells us that we have to learn to tolerate the ups and downs and not be distracted from what our main purpose is. So, that's something that stayed with me a lot. Tolerate what you're going through. And tolerance means, like when we talk about tolerating failures and pains, we can understand. But we
Yeah.
also have to learn to tolerate our success and the good times. Because
Oh my God. I love this. In a sense of, and when I'm okay, I gotta go get my son. I'll finish this. But I want to get this thought out before I close it out. Just relating it to Christianity. If you guys have an issue with that, like, please let me know in the comment section. But that's just like, that's what I believe. But all the things he's talking about, like, are things that the Bible kind of teaches, not in the sense of on your own strength, but with God by your side, you can't overcome for man. Right? It might be impossible with God. Nothing is impossible. And so we talked. I wish I could, but my son, I gotta go get him now. I wish I could keep going and expand, but
what you're going through And tolerance means, like when we talk about tolerating failures and pains, we can
Yeah.
understand. But we also have to learn to tolerate our success and the good times,
Mm.
because both distract us. You know, usually we only look at the negatives as distractions, but even the positives distract us from what we are meant to be doing. So that's something that really kind of stayed with me. The second thing that I really kind of resonate with in the Gita is a verse from the 6th chapter which talks about the mind being a friend or an enemy to you. It depends on how you deal with the mind.
Okay.
Right? If you befriend your mind, the mind will become your friend and will empower you to do what you want to do. But if you don't deal with it rightly, then the mind will become your enemy
For sure.
and will lead to your downfall.
For
I'll
sure.
give you an example, very relevant to the youth. Right? For example, you want to get up early in the morning to go for a jog or for a workout because you know you want to be fit. You know your days are busy, and you decide this is going to be my plan for the year 2020. Correct? You
Yeah.
set up the alarm clock to wake up early in the morning, like 5, 6, whatever. And when the alarm goes, what's the mind saying? The first thing, you slept late last night. Take it easy, or maybe we can do it beginning tomorrow, or maybe this is not the right thing for you to do. The mind's constantly playing games, right? Now, if you have a mind which is constantly giving these kind of reasons, you're not going to wake up. Right? On
Yeah.
the other hand, if you learn to train your mind using the proper intellectual process, right, proper spiritual process, your mind can be your greatest asset and your friend.
Which is meditation, good books,
Meditation, books, right?
correct friends.
Correct friends, the right kind of company. All of these are inputs so
I
that your
suffered
mind kind
that.
of becomes a friend. So that's
I absolutely love this. Like this is so freaking awesome when he's talking about these points to live by in the Bhagavad Gita. Because there was one woman I watched. She said, yeah, like when that alarm go off, pop out of bed in 5 seconds. Like, and that's one thing that really helps me. Like when my alarm sets off, I don't lay there thinking, I know I don't want to get up, but I got to. Just 5 more minutes. No, my alarm goes off. All right. I'm tired, but I'm getting out of bed. I'm still tired. Don't want to get up, but I'm out of bed. My legs are moving. I'm getting to the door. Starting. The bed is no longer becoming an option. Um, but that's kind of like you do have to train your mind. Like, and I absolutely believe that. I will say a lot of, for me, again, like I said, my faith, uh, these things that he's talking about when he's talking about you have to be tolerant of your failure and successes. For me, in my faith of Christianity, it kind of goes back to humility, right? God teaches you to be humble. And when your successes, use your successes to glorify his name for it. That was not you, that was him. And I feel like that absolutely keeps you tolerant of not being too high on your successes because you know that wasn't you. That's not me. That was him. And your failures, be tolerant of those and have faith that, right? Everybody fails in life. If you've never failed at anything, you never tried anything, you're going to fail. You're going to go through trials and tribulations. You're going to face obstacles that you're going to have to overcome and that are going to be difficult. But you have to be tolerant in those as well. Absolutely love this. And when he talks about certain things, he talks about getting up in the morning. My thing is, guys, I'm freaking addicted to soda. Like I truly think I am. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to give it up. And I tried to do it on my own strength. I lasted half a day and drank a soda. But I sat down, I promised God, I said, hey, I can't do this with my strength. I need you. And so now I don't want to let him down. I don't want to disappoint him because I made a vow to him. And so even though it's hard, because I watch my wife, she gets these Dr. Peppers and I'm telling you, as she's drinking, my mouth is salivating, thinking about how great it is. Like it's hard. And then at night, she's like, you want the last drop? Like you should drop. Hey, that one drop, that's going to lead to another drop, which is going to lead to 1/5 of a can. 1/4 of a can have it, and I'm back to it. But I just everything that he's saying, I'm absolutely loving. It's kind of aligning with, to me, in my faith, how how I walk in life because of Him, because that's how He commanded me to.
The second thing that really kind of resonates with me. And the third thing from the Gita that connects to me a lot is how do we start looking at the presence of divinity
Hmm.
everywhere in every aspect? We
Hmm.
don't have to necessarily go to a place of worship
Mm.
to look at the presence of divinity. You can look at the presence of divinity in nature. You can look at the presence of divinity in other people. You can start looking at the splendor of the creator or the creation. Or you can start looking at the splendor of the creator in the creation, which is precisely why this is something not as easy, but something that I usually tell people is when you look at somebody who's better than you know, and especially if they are in the same field, usually there is insecurity. There's insecurity that this guy's doing better than
Oh
me
yeah.
in what I am doing, or
Yeah.
there is envy,
Mm-hmm.
jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it goes to the extent of sabotaging that other person's work as well,
Mm-hmm.
and it has happened in the world, happens all the time.
All the
So
time.
when you start looking at divinity in creation, you start looking at how divinity has empowered somebody to do something in a special way.
Mm-hmm.
That person has been gifted by higher powers,
Mm-hmm.
right? And to sabotage that person's work or to be envious about that person or to be
Mm-hmm.
feel insecure means actually insulting
Mm-hmm.
somebody who's given that gift to him, you know. But if I look at that person and derive inspiration from that person, I can seek that inspiration to follow my aspiration. So that aspect of the Gita also kind of really resonates with me,
Love
that you
that.
start looking at divinity everywhere and in every place around you,
Mm-hmm.
including people who are doing better, because it's not them. You can see straight away. Very often I see people who do remarkable stuff, and they usually, when they speak, they say it's they doing it, and of course they're doing it. No
Yeah.
doubt that there's a part that they're doing, but you can
Mm-hmm.
tell that there's something beyond them that's kind of making them do it. Whether it's acting, speaking,
Dang,
singing,
bro.
something. There's an element which is not necessarily effort, not
100%.
their effort.
X factor.
X factor. And when you start appreciating that X factor as divinity, oh, that's something that really kind of connects to me as well.
My absolute favorite verse from the Bible is Philippians 4:13. I've actually got a tattoo about
Really?
Philippians
Wow.
4:13, and the verse says, "I can do all things
Thanks
through
to
Him who gives
Christ.
me strength."
Yeah.
So it's that kind of resonates with that same idea
Absolutely.
that any kind of creative process is not entirely yours. You are just a channel.
Sure.
Mm. Everything he said aligned with the Bhagavad Gita. Everything in the Bhagavad Gita kind of aligned with Christianity. Everything that they talked about in this clip, at least. Again, I've not read the Bhagavad Gita, so I don't know it for sure. But a lot of things he said just absolutely aligned. And looking for divinity everywhere and seeing that divinity in others. Christ teaches us to love others like He loves us. And when he said that thing about jealousy, envy, in the Bible it says the closer you get to home, the more you will be rejected, right? Because people are like, dang, we came from, y'all know how people are. We came from the same place, but you're this huge name and you're doing all these miracles. And I mean, that's how it is today for sure. Like, yeah, it seems like always people outside of your hometown or people outside, like, give you more respect and love and admiration than the people in your hometown. Like, they jealousy, envy because y'all came from the same place, but you've risen to great heights and they're still in the same place. They haven't changed. And instead of change, they rather try to bring you down. So I was like, dang, that's so true. But I hadn't thought about it. He said that jealousy, envy, like when you are jealous or envy of someone's gift or where they are in life, it's kind of like an insult to the creator because he's giving them that. That hit that right. That really, oh, that's one that I hadn't thought of. That's the gem that I absolutely just pulled out of this. And I've got to, that's locked in a memory. That's in my memory brain, open my brain, turn the key. That's locked in because that was such an incredible statement. So I'm so glad I watched this video and I want to watch more videos like this, like I said. So guys, please, in the comment section, like drop videos where I can learn more principles, the Bhagavad Gita, of Hinduism. Like I said, I'm not going to change my faith. I'm 100% believer in Christ, but I do want to learn about different religions as well. And I do, because that, like I said, aligns very well with with my faith. And then that gem I just pulled, that was beautiful. That's all we got. I hope that y'all enjoyed that. If so, please don't forget to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. Check out the next. I can't wait for another one. Please get in the comment section.